We got used to metal music being downright brutal. But can this shimmering harmony really fit into heavy music? Sounds awesome, doesn't it? While some of you agree, others could instantly call out the softness or even the sappiness of this harmony in our beloved music. And the truth is, both sides have a point. This vivid chord might work perfectly in some band's sound, but let's be honest, drop it into a black metal track and it'd feel almost comedic. Still, when placed in the right context, this harmony is an absolute hitmaker. Hello metalheads, Aggro with you once more. I'm an MA music theoretician majored in harmony. I work as a heavy music songwriter, band assistant and music teacher. My goal today is to show you how a single harmony can bring a vivid spark into the heaviest of music. So let's learn this thing together. One of these harmonies definitely stood out, and I'm sure you caught it. Playing it on pure piano timbre gave you the basic aesthetic sense. Now our job here is to drench it into heavy distortion and find out how it sounds in high-gain metal environment. But before we do that, let's see what that chord actually is. Some of you may recognize this sound, often written like this. It's not some hidden gem from a forgotten grimoire, right? But to use it with intent, you need to know a bit of harmony. And I don't mean just, stumbling across it on a fretboard like jamming with your bands, and then, whoa, what was that, dude? Can you play that again? Here at Dark Industry, the goal isn't just to beef up your songs. It is to offer proper musical education to both my students and metalheads around the world. So let's dismantle this harmony called the major 7th chord and understand where it lands in harmony, and also of course learn how metal bands utilized it. So now listen to this previous riff with and without this chord and judge yourself which one sounds better. See, that was just a one tone difference. And I know some of you have heard me say this before, but changing a single tone can change the entire world. And you just heard it in action, that is A-B comparison, right? How much better the riff sounds with that major 7th in place. And the logic behind this actually is pretty simple. If we take the natural minor scale, which is super common in metal, it has 8 notes, right? Now, if we build a diatonic 7th chord on each scale degree and play them one by one, something interesting happens. Listen. Now, if you find it hard to follow scale degrees, or you're not sure what they even mean, I highly recommend checking out my video on the first steps in harmony. But when it comes to harmony in metal music, this chord, the major 7th chord, always appears on the 6th degree, and never on the 3rd. So even though both technically produce the same chord quality, right? Why is that? Well, the full explanation is a bit complex, so for now, just take this with you. In metal, the 6th degree is where this magic happens. But for those of you now who want a deeper reasoning, here it is. The third degree in minor is actually the root of a parallel major key, right? That's why metal bands are cautious with it not to evoke that latent major sound. But when you build a major 7th chord on the third degree, you're adding a lucid layer to already bright impression of this third degree that could trigger, right? So it creates a feeling that we are swerving into the off-genre territory, and in the context of metal, that's often just too much light. I've never heard myself any band using it on the third. And that's why the 6th degree feels safer. It gives us the access to this major 7th color without breaking the overall mood. And it's also super easy to use it in practice. Believe me, most bands didn't just sit down and study this, they didn't watch this video, they just felt it. They found this chord by rehearsing, and more often than not, it was the vocalists who summoned it, and not the instruments.
I'm a wild child, come and love me, I want you. My heart's an exile, I need you to touch me, 'cause I want what you do. I'm a wild child, come and love me, I want you. My heart's an exile, I need you to touch me, 'cause I want what you do. I want you.
Maybe you noticed the guitars are just playing basic power chord riffing. There's nothing harmonically complex going on there, right? So the magic came from Becky Lawless on vocals. He's the one who sang major 7th over a power chord. And how did he do it? Simply, he used one of the most overused progressions in metal, the tonic to the 6th degree. So the guitars and bass just slide down 2 steps. And if the vocal line stays steady on the 5th degree, boom, you've got a major 7th ringing out. You don't even need full chords. Power chords alone are enough. So that vocal 7th layered above is all it takes to summon that dreamy tension into the music. Now listen to me doing it.
I'm singing major 7 with power chord beneath. The vocals stay up high while the 6 lies underneath. Subscribe to rest for more metal shit like this. All behind the gloomy gates of dark industry.
It's effortless. Just let the vocals sing that major 7th while the guitars keep, playing regular power chords. It's safe, easy, and honestly the most convenient way to stay within the simplicity of power chords while still bringing in that dreamy, emotional color. A perfect example of this is actually a song, Animals, by Architects. Go listen to it right when he sings, "We're just a bunch of fucking animals!" But there, the major 7th sneaks into the flow. It sounds killer. And here's the thing, it only happens in the chorus, and that's not by accident, because overusing this chord would kill the magic. That lucid, elevated moment needs to feel rare. Like my orchestration professor used to say, the less, the better. So whether it's the band, or more often the producer or songwriting consultant deciding on crucial harmonies, there's always a question we ask, should we use this thing? Where should we use it? And how should we implement it? Now in this last example, I have to apologize in advance, my baritone voice doesn't exactly do justice to Bruce Dickinson. But if you'll excuse that, this song gives us a textbook case on how the harmony sounds without the major 7th and then with it. So the chorus first lands on just a power chord built on the 6th degree, but then Bruce jumps up to the 7th and the vocals activate that vivid major 7th chord. And this gives us a perfect A-B comparison right there in the natural flow of a metal song.
Run, live to fly, fly.
Now what a difference that was, man. Let's listen again and bring in the music quality meter to see what the measurements say. See? The moment that 7 lands over the guitars, we're suddenly in a new dimension of sound, man. And for those of you who haven't seen my video on the music quality meter, this is more than just an ordinary story. So it's a part of my work in applying music science to metal and a key topic in my doctoral research. I highly recommend learning about it and mentally installing this little tool in your head. It'll help you not just decide which songs are good, but find the actual reasons why they are good. And right here, it clearly helped us detect major quality boost in the moment that crucial chord entered the mix. Those of us who work with metal bands, yeah, we know these little tricks. These subtle secrets that make listeners bite the hook. When used right, some harmonies just unlock the dreamscape. As you've seen today, even the heaviest music out there isn't immune to that kind of beauty. So that was the goal of today's video, to show you how one chord, one that most metal musicians are aware of but rarely understand, can become a weapon of sound when placed into the right tonal context. So now you know, a major 7th over the 6-degree power chord can work pure magic. Just be careful with it and use it wisely, metalheads. Because metal still needs to stay heavy.
Singing Major 7.